Hello guys, so I'm here with a different kind of video. It is kind of like a review video. I hope you guys will enjoy it first of all, and it's on a very special product that I picked up in, well, I pre-ordered. Who pre-orders makeup? Seriously, who pre-orders makeup? Apparently I do. It is special limited edition palette that has gone to Space NK, and I pre-ordered it last week and it arrived quite quickly actually. It arrived within like 3 or 4 days and I'm absolutely besotted already. And of course I'm talking about the NARS Guy Bordin One Night Stand palette. I don't know if you see that properly, that's the, it's a bit shiny. That's the packaging that it comes in the box. And yes, I will show you the palette itself. So this is the palette. It's actually like loads bigger than I thought it would be, and it's a standard NARS packaging which does get a little bit grubby. I feel like this is grubby already and I've used it like once or twice and then it's got sort of like the Guy Bordin sort of stamped over it to show that it's a collaboration. And this palette is just beautiful. NARS did a 6 sort of face palette thing a while ago, and I think it was called the Dan Mari palette, and it literally sold out straight away, and you can pretty much find it on eBay for around £100, which is just mind-blowing that anybody would pay that amount for something like that. But this time I thought I'd get in there quite quick, and I will, you know, without much more babbling on, we'll go for it. And look at this. It's just absolutely stunning. And it's got a few shades in there that are in the permanent line, and then a few new sort of limited edition shades. So I was kind of hoping in this video that I'd go through and sort of look at the palette itself and then apply some of the newer blush colours, primarily this one and that one, them two, to the cheeks, just sort of see what it looks like, and the highlighting shade as well. So I'll start by going through each of these. So we'll start on the Your Top Row, and this is Laguna bronzer, which is the staple bronzer for me, and it's one of the most popular products that NARS sells, and it's just the most amazing bronzer that is just really soft and natural on the skin. It's not at all orange, and it really is just beautiful. The next one across is Deep Throat, which is one of my all-time favourite NARS blushes. Very similar to Orgasm, which is down here, but I think I prefer Deep Throat that a little bit more. It's a very peachy sort of pinky shade, and it's one of those that I kind of would just wear anytime. It's kind of like the blush that complements everything. And this bright pink here, very blue toned pink, is called Kohl, I think. I'm so bad at pronouncing the names of these, but it's just a beautiful palette. And NARS is like renowned for having quite slutty sort of smutty names for things such as Deep Throat and Orgasm, but we don't need to sort of go on that anymore. But this is just the most beautiful palette. And then the last shade here is called Devotee, and it is a beautiful sort of shimmery champagne-y highlighty colour, and this palette is just beautiful. What I will do is I will show you some other sort of NARS products so you can sort of see the size of this product. And so if we start with Laguna bronzer, which is like that big, so that's quite a good size, and that's a 8 gram, and the palette itself is a 4 gram times 6, so yes. Then we've got the And God Created the Woman palette, which is very diddy and tiny and extremely mucky. And then I've got a normal blush, and this is Matahari, and it is a 4.8 gram. So pretty much that's the full size blush. Yeah, it's £45 and it's selling out pretty fast. So if you can get your hands on it, I really would recommend that you do that, just because it's such good value for money, first of all, but then also the colours are beautiful. It would make an amazing Christmas present or birthday present if you're a December gal like myself. And it's just absolutely beautiful, and I really can't say much more than that. But what I'll do is I'll apply some of the shades to just sort of give you an idea of what they would look like on camera, and I'm going to do an accompanying blog post as well, so hopefully you guys will enjoy that as well. So I'm going to start with Laguna here and just apply that just to like the hollows of my cheeks. Ooh. Yeah, so like the brush fits pretty well into it. It's not too small, it's very nice, sort of brush appropriate size. I just love Laguna. I think it's just absolutely beautiful. I'm on my second one already, and it's because my first one broke. Yeah, once you get to like hit pan on these things, they do tend to go a little bit sort of worryingly close to the edge. So I've just put a little bit of that on, and you can build this up pretty well. If you want to really get some sort of contour going on there, because it's not got a lot of shimmer in it at all. It's more of a sheen, if anything, and you can really build it up and create such a beautiful sort of glow to the skin, and it's pretty obvious why it's a cult product. Then I'm going to go for Mercier. I really can't pronounce these names, I'm so sorry. It's this sort of plummy sort of deep shade there, and I'm just going to use that with the Real Techniques multitask brush, and this is perfect for autumn, I feel. I'm just going to sort of apply this and hopefully it'll look alright. Yeah, it's just a very sort of nice sort of deeper shade for the sort of autumny winter period, and I just really like this. It just blends beautifully. And then using my Real Techniques Duo Fibre face brush and what's it? I keep forgetting the names of these. And Gululi, or whatever it's called, this one here. I'm going to take a tiny bit of this just on my brush because it is extremely pigmented. I'm just going to sort of cast it over my cheeks. That is just the most beautiful sort of pink shade. It's actually a lot more wearable than you'd think. It's just very buildable. If you use like a tiny bit, I find this is the same issue with Matahari, which is pretty bright too. Although actually no, it's nowhere near as bright as the other one, but you sort of build it nicely and sort of push it over the cheeks. So there's the two sort of blush shades going on. So we've got the deeper plummier one there and then the bright pink there. Take my Duo Fibre contour brush just to do a bit of highlight, and I'm going to take the highlighting shade here, Devotee, and just sort of pop that onto the brush, and then just put a small amount over the tops of my cheekbones. I don't know if that's picking up really well on camera. I hope that like transfers onto the video, but it's really beautiful sheen. You don't have to use a lot at all. I'm just going to put a bit through my brow bone, a little bit down my nose, on my cupid's bow, and it's just a very sort of ethereal sort of glow, and a little bit goes a long way with that as well. Take my Duo Fibre contour brush just to do a bit of highlight, and I'm going to take the highlighting shade here, Devotee, and just sort of pop that onto the brush, and then just put a small amount over the tops of my cheekbones. I don't know if that's picking up really well on camera. I hope that like transfers onto the video, but it's really beautiful sheen. You don't have to use a lot at all. I'm just going to put a bit through my brow bone, a little bit down my nose, on my cupid's bow, and it's just a very sort of ethereal sort of glow, and a little bit goes a long way with that as well. So that is the bit lopsided because I've got two different colours on. That's the sort of palette as a whole. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I'd really recommend you invest in it because it is such good value for money, and the palette is actually quite big. Like, I was shocked at how big it is, and it's got a brilliantly large mirror there as well, so perfect for on the go. And I'm definitely going to be getting some serious wear out of this. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. It's a little bit different than the usual, but I hope you guys enjoyed and liked, thumbs up, all that good stuff, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.